Trevs Show. I'm the Trev. It's too sweet. Continuing on with division predictions. This is number 3. And we're moving to, quite frankly, the toughest division to predict in any season these days, lately, anyways. The Metropolitan. And I think one constant between my picks and the experts' picks will be the same. But other than that, I think everybody's pick is different, and I'm gonna let you know mine. So while the Metro has always been competitive the last few years, I think this year you're going to see a bit of a change in the structure of who's usually first and who's usually last. I mean, as far as last place is concerned, like I said, everybody's picks is probably unanimous, but 1 through 7 is always so tough, always. And as I said in my first 2 videos, I'm not 100% sure. I'm happy with my picks, but these are the picks I'm using going into the video. And I'm going to really attempt to make a good go out of this one. So wish me luck going from last to first. As for Columbus, it's a bit of growing pains, I think. And I mean, the biggest growing pain is going without Seth Jones, but bringing in Boquist for Seth Jones isn't a bad thing at all. Bringing in Jake Bean from Carolina and reacquiring Voracek, just add that veteran experience to the team is not a bad thing at all. And getting Gauntz to come out from Sweden is a great thing. But other than that, I mean, they re-signed Laine for a year. I mean, who knows what kind of shape Laine is going to be in. Either way, it's going to be a rough, solid year for Columbus. They won't finish last overall, which is a great thing. But as far as success in this division this year, it's not happening. The good news, I think, for Jersey is this will be the last year they finish out of playoff contention. It's also ironic that it's Subban's last contractual year. So how long till they trade him? Bringing in Dougie Hamilton is a great move for them. But until Subban's out of the way, it'll be a struggle for them to finish in the top 4, I think. That's just my thoughts anyway. But I mean, the team's right there. They're on the precipice. Goaltending is obviously still a question mark. Will be for some time. But yeah, I think after this year, they're done missing the playoffs. Pittsburgh's aging out. And for Pittsburgh, this is kind of like the rock in the hard place. They're starting off the season without Sid and without Gino. They're both sitting out injured. And to lose ground in the Metro Division is a tough thing to do because it's really tough to come back up, especially when you're near the bottom. And like I said, they're aging out. Of the big 3 that they have left as their solid big 3, Sid, Gino, Letang. Letang's always a question mark. So not only do I see them falling behind, I see them falling behind far, missing the playoffs. I know I say that every season, but it's because I genuinely want to see them miss the playoffs every season. So for Philly, it's really a bounce back from the last couple seasons. And I'm totally picking them to finish 5th outside the playoff bubble, but only by that much. I mean, getting Ryan Ellis is never a bad thing for your defense. Picking up Ritzalainen out of Buffalo is not a bad thing. Picking up Atkinson for Voracek is a great move. Getting rid of Gostisbehere, it was inevitable it was going to happen. Getting rid of Noel Patrick is risky, but you never know till you know, right? Otherwise, this could be the redemption of Carter Hart. I know I always expect big things out of him, but I think he's just that good of a goalie. And he's the goalie that the Flyers definitely need. I would love to see them make the playoffs. I just don't think they're going to this season. But such is the case with Jersey. I think it's the last time it happens. For a couple years, anyways. So I definitely think the Rangers are making the playoffs this season. And picking up guys like Goudreau out of Tampa Bay, picking up Ryan Reeves from Vegas, definitely helps their chances. I mean, losing Buchnevich was inevitable, right? But all in all, give Adam Fox that extra boost of confidence with that Norris Trophy behind him now. Get rid of D'Angelo, like they did. Goaltending might still be an issue between Grigoriev and Shesterkin, but it won't be a bad question mark if they're playing the way they should be playing. But either way, it's going to be a very, very different New York Rangers team from one we've gotten in the last couple seasons. And that's a great thing. So much like the problem in Pittsburgh, they are starting to get up in age in Washington. But they're not slowing down in productivity. Granted, the new X factor in this division for Washington is the Rangers. More specifically, Ryan Reeves when it relates to Tom Wilson. But I'm sure they'll cross that bridge when they get there. What kind of shape is Kuznetsov going to play all season long? And is he going to stay capped the whole season? How much further up is Ovechkin going up that career goals ladder? And what kind of shape is Backstrom going to be able to stay in all season long? But otherwise, it's not going to be the first place Washington Capitals we're so used to seeing. But it is still going to be a productive Washington Capitals that we're used to seeing. Deep playoff run, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm sure a lot of people pick Carolina to be number one. Not me. I'm picking them to go number two. As appealing as that pick is to make, I just don't think they're division leaders just yet. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I mean, you lost Nedeljkovic, you lost Bean. You lost Fogle, but you picked up Ethan Bear. You picked up Jonathan Bernier to match your Frederik Andersen. You lost Dougie Hamilton. And you picked up a question mark in Tony DeAngelo. And DeAngelo has to be a question mark. I mean, yeah, it's just a one-year deal, but 1 year makes all the difference. But also picking up Kotkaniemi off that offer sheet. Again, even if it's for a year, I'm sure it'll probably be extended. Same numbers, I don't know, but that's neither here nor there right now. With Svechnikov, with Aho, you got a whole plethora of young, great talent in Carolina that's really going to do wonders for years. They're going to be scary good. And not just for this year, but like I said, for the next couple years. I mean, it just keeps going up from there. The prospect pool in Carolina is deep. And probably no signs of slowing down. No, don't adjust your sets. I'm picking the Islanders to win the division. And whatever it is Barry Trotz is doing on Long Island, they're riding some kind of momentum. And it's really, really good momentum. And you wait for the day when they'll crack that Final Four as far as the playoffs is concerned. I mean, losing Leddy to Detroit, yeah, might have sucked. But getting rid of Andrew Ladd, not a bad gig at all. Also picking up Parise, Zdeno Chara out of free agency. Chara's coming full circle here. He started his career in New York. And I'm sure they won't be disappointed. either way. Sorokin should be coming into his own, and with that new 3-year deal behind him, hopefully it's good. Varley is riding huge streaky hockey right now, and I don't expect that to change, provided he can hold out for the season. But it's going to look good on the Islanders, especially going into a new arena, which they won't see till November, so they'll be spending the first month on the road. But that's not going to hurt them at all. It's going to be fun to watch the Islanders go from up here to up here. And as good as Carolina is going to be, the Islanders are just going to be that much better. So that was my attempt at the Metro Division for the 2020-21-22 NHL season. And this is another one of Trevs Hockey Shows. I want to thank you for tuning in. Don't think I don't appreciate the gesture, especially if you're right here. That's a good thing for both of us. So while you're here, hit that like button. And that red button that says subscribe, you know you want to. I want you to. We're 18 away. Let's make 100 happen. Subscribe makes you feel good. Let's do it. All my socials in the description down below. So moving forward, I got one more division to do. And it's probably the weakest. So it should be pretty easy, right? Actually, yeah, it is. I'm pretty confident in this one. Above all the other ones I've already done. I'm more confident in the Pacific than I am this one or the two previous. But either way, in the meantime, and in between time, be looking for more videos from Trev. Later.